Okay, so we're going to be on the draw. Hand looks just fine. Hopefully we draw into another plains, can get the turn 2 Warhorse. And we do have 6 soldiers in the deck, and I believe a number of birds, 2 griffins, so we have definitely good options for the automaton here. We also have 5 humans, I believe. Sometimes it's nice to pause here a little bit just to make them think you've got the mana leak for later. Doesn't always pay off, but I mean, it's worth 3 seconds of your time. There's the satchel, unfortunately. So hopefully we end up picking up our second plains here soon. So we could just drop Automaton for Griffin, start bashing in for 2 a turn. Otherwise we could just drop Veteran named Soldier. We have 5 soldiers in the deck, including the Timely Reinforcements. Might be a little bit better long term. And then just drop the Veteran this turn. So I think I'm actually fine with that. Just bash for 1, drop the Veteran. Leave up the blue to feign the unsummon. It'll be actually relevant for the Veteran as well with the Automaton, because if he starts making guys, having this guy as a 4/4 will definitely matter. Certainly happy to trade the Sentinel for the Skywinder Drake if he chooses to make that choice. So we could drop down the Automaton here. Oh, let's see. So we could drop down Automaton, or we could just drop down the Fleetwing after combat if he makes the trade. Still be in a decent place. The other problem is, if we don't drop down Automaton, then he could potentially make a guy, double block the Veteran. Of course, there's only like a 1 in 3 chance that he ends up getting the, well, maybe a little bit more, getting the guy. Could also just Frost Breath, nuke his bears, bash in for 4. I think we just send in both. If he gets the guy and gets the, the 2 for 1, I'm actually okay with that. Clearing the board is going to be okay, and then we can just drop down the Fleetwing, still have the Automaton up, and we just get extra value if he doesn't get the token and make the double block. Okay, so he makes the trade here. Now we just drop down Fleetwing. Next turn have the Automaton back up, and should be in a good spot. So I mean, like if he drops down a big guy here, we can always just, use the Frost Breath on our turn, nuke the bears, tap the other guy down, bash in. If he plays nothing, we just drop Automaton. Most likely, my guess, I'm putting him on negate in hand. Right, so definitely going to be able to use Frost Breath here soon. Frost Breath with Gideon's Avenger is a pretty sweet combo if we can get it to happen. So like next turn he drops Sphinx, leaves 2 up for the Satchel. Then we just Frost Breath the Bears and the Sphinx, bash in for quite a bit of damage. Or the Master Thief. Interesting. A little bit surprised to see him not even attack there. Not really sure what's going on. Either way, we are happy to see the land. So, I mean, at this point, we could just drop down Warhorse, Frost Breath, end of turn. Or we could even Frost Breath right now. But, I mean, I don't really... Doesn't do too much to... Well, actually, we could tap down the Automaton, tap down the bears. Right, kill the bears. Bash him with Veteran. If he trades, we get the Automaton back. Bash him with Fleetwing, and have the Warhorse up. Or we could just drop down Chasm Drake. So if we drop down Chasm Drake, then next turn he plays the Sphinx. So he goes to 7, tap it down for 2 turns. Yeah, I think dropping the Drake is actually much better. So we bash in for 2, drop the Drake, then he pretty much has no plays. So we have to assume he's going to drop the Sphinx in response to our Drake. And we just get him with Frost Breath. Unless he has the negate back up. And if we end up drawing a land here, we can just Gideon's Avenger into Frost Breath. And unless he has the unsummon, that should be game. Still very surprised to see him so passive on the ground here. Just going to go for it. That should be game right there. Yep. We'll see you for round 2.